Is Jack from Alpha Charts with a state of the market video. Today is December 16th, 2023. Before we get started, this video is for informational purposes only. These are not recommendations to buy, sell, or hold any stock or security, and I may hold positions in some of the equities mentioned. Know your time frame and risk tolerance. I apologize for my voice today. I am obviously sick. We're gonna do this quickly because I'm not feeling great. But SPY, strong move right up to his overhead potential supply, which is all-time highs. We did get a little pullback. Right now the trend is higher, so there's nothing to be bearish about. But if we lose, 456-ish area, that would change my mind. All right, so on the week, SPY was up 2%. RSP was up 3.85, almost double. You see how breadth is still expanding. We've talked about that numerous times. RSP did break out of this very important area. Came back. Right now, this is just a retest, in my opinion. If it falls below 153-ish, again, I can change my mind about, how strong this market is. But as long as it's above 153, I think we have a strong market to deal with. The Qs, very similar to SPY, back up into the all-time highs area. Again, do we find resistance here? We'll only know after the fact. But we do know that, if it falls back below 390, 385, that's another place where we would have to get more bearish. As of right now, there's no signs of it doing that. On the week, it was up 3.27%, and the equal weights were up 5.05. Again, shows the strength of this rally. They were buying everything. The equal AQs also broke out. We saw that nicely. As long as it's above $79, again, there's no reason to think that this market is doing anything but going up, right? I mean, that's really my position, right? It's got to break $79 for me to get bearish. Let's round out the mid caps right into the supply area. Just put that right there. Trying to break out. If it gets, 500-ish was the area we were watching. It's right there. I like this, above, we'll say the gap, 495, right? As long as it's above 495, again, I got to be bullish. And looking at the IWM, right into this 2-year-long resistance area. Do we know if this will be resistance more, if this is going to break out? Obviously, we don't know. But this is the area that, we have to watch. If it breaks above 200, we can manage risk against that area. So looks good. And if you look at the small caps on the week, they're up 5.46. Again, equal weighted, buying everything, more risk on type of thing. Okay. Looking at financials, they broke out of this area right there. As long as they stay above it, right? Stay above $36, $36.50, we're fine. Looking at semis, they broke out first. We talked about that little retest, moved higher, basically straight up. Nothing goes straight up forever. So obviously manage risk. Don't get too much FOMO. But it's very strong. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green days in a row. Very, very strong. So there's nothing to be bearish about. But remember, shakeouts do happen. And on the week, up 7%. Again, super strong, right? And looking at XSD, which is the equal weighted semis, they were up 9% for the week, right? So they're buying all the semis. Now, this one has not broken out of this general area yet, but it's basically right there. So above 225, I think, we're getting much more bullish as well. Can it come back, close the gap or something like that and then break out? Yeah, and actually that would probably be the stronger of the two moves. Let's look at transports. Again, continues to be strong. Not much more to say about that. That's the equal weighted. Looking at the cap weighted, we have this kind of trend line. It's still kind of right there, trying to break out, couldn't. So that's maybe the important area. It kind of lines up with this high as well. Again, a little pullback here would be fine, right? That's normal. And look at home construction as its XHB already broke out to all-time highs, right? That's a very, very bullish look. And looking at ITB, which is more of a pure play, and again, straight up, basically, right? Just beautiful March higher. So again, it's extended. Many of these are. So just be careful with your entries. Let's go into some of the internals. Let's start with let's start with VIX. Here's the VIX, and it is still super low at under 13. So there's really nothing to see here. You know what I'm saying? And looking back at history, it can stay low and even get lower for a long period of time, as you can see here, here, and in here. And if you notice, there are snapbacks along the way. What do you think those snapbacks are? Those are shakeouts. Well, this was COVID, but these are just shakeouts along the way. Maybe a news event, maybe the market just got overheated, whatever. Boom, shakeout, shakeout, shakeout. Doesn't mean the world is ending. But expect shakeouts. I guess that's my point. Looking at credit spreads, I think they're breaking down. Yeah, they kind of broke below this area. Again, tightening is a good thing for the market. Nothing bad here. Bond market is right on cue. Let's look at percent of stocks above the 50-day moving average. It's right in that 80% area. You can see when we have gone up here in the past, there have been shakeouts happening. So again, don't chase, right? That's the best thing I can tell you right now. Don't chase. Looking at the dollar index, it was a little bit higher on Friday, but chances are we're going to be retesting this 101 area, and then we'll see what happens, right? So you have a little more space to downside. That'd be my expectations. But in general, lower highs and lower lows, falling dollar, good for equities. And then let's look at the 10-year yield. It continues to, it's living under the 200 now, continues to go lower. Big effect for between the dollar and 10-year on the small caps and smaller mid cap names. So we're seeing that. So in the end, it's on everything up. Everything looks great. Maybe a little overextended to the upside. So get your good entries, get in the best names possible. And that's the way I look at the market this week. Okay. Hope you're doing well. Have a great day. Bye.